The double away match stretch begins for the Five Stripes. That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Fryhofer. This is your AT&T countdown to kickoff. Jason, 3-2, the final against DC United. It was always a big task heading into it against Christian Benteke up top. They played direct. They won the aerial duels, hold-up play. The big Belgian was a task to deal with all night long. El Mago Thiago Almada, goal number 3 on the season. What did you take away from this match?
Yeah, it was a frustrating one because I felt like the team couldn't find themselves in this match. It felt like one where you're alternating a little bit between trying to do too much and also then double and triple guessing yourselves. It was the first time this season that I think the team was outplayed in a match, and it's something that you have to find a way to bounce back from. You know, when you're on a streak like this, it's very hard to stay level-headed and to not either do one or the other, try to do too much or think too much in games. It actually kind of helps you that you have this run of games right now because you're not going to have a lot of time on the training pitch. You're not going to have a lot of time to stew over these games. You're straight back to it, and getting out on the road can also be a little bit of a spark as well. The road's been difficult for Atlanta United, as it is for many teams in MLS. But getting out on the road right now, getting the team together in those moments, I think can help you push past a poor performance on Saturday.
You mentioned it right there too, spark. There was some spark coming off of the bench. Good to see Sean De Silva back getting some MLS play with the quality and the flair that he provides. And Dax McCarty as well, stepping into the midfield, some over-the-top balls into Gigi, created some danger there at the end.
Yeah, it changed the formula a little bit, and I think that was good. And that's what you're looking to do right now with this team. You're not trying to change the way the team plays. You're built to play a certain way. You want to control games with the ball. You want to get numbers forward. You want to attack in numbers. But you can vary up how you do it and from what shapes you do it. I thought the substitutions were really interesting and had a good effect in the second half. Dax McCarty coming on, 3 central midfielders with Almada pushing over to the left side to start things. Then you get Sean De Silva on. You bring on Daniel Rios later in the game, and he's playing wider to the right but coming inside a lot. I think it created issues for DC. If Atlanta United had been better on the ball, I think there were opportunities there to either find an equalizer, potentially find a go-ahead goal. Because of those changes, I liked them from a tactical perspective. I think on the ball, the quality wasn't there to exploit them.
To the Buckeye State we go. Let's focus first on FC Cincinnati, coming off of a 2-1 in the Hell is Real rivalry. Lucho Acosta, this man does not stop. The MVP performances are continuing for him, and this is a side that is seeing a lot of turnover from last season to this season. 6 different changes in that lineup. We see Acosta, the magnetic touch. He had his way against Columbus alongside the young fella Kevin Kelsey, 19-year-old, who's looking to be that replacement for Brandon Vasquez up top for them.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Cincinnati, I think they've improved since we saw them last time. When you add Miles Robinson, you add DeAndre Yedlin early in the season, the defense takes on a little bit different character. And I think they've started to solve that and come together as a group. Lucho Acosta had missed some games, comes back with a vengeance. He's always been big against Atlanta United. I think when you look at Cincinnati and the challenges, these past few times we've seen Atlanta and Cincinnati play, the game has typically been played in a way that Cincinnati would want. A lot of transition, a lot of back and forth, 50-50 kind of a game. Maybe the exception to that was the game up there last season, where I felt like Atlanta played the game on their terms, got the lead twice, and full credit to Cincinnati to come back and level it twice. But that felt like more of the Atlanta United performance you want. So you've got to find a way, even in a difficult situation, from where the team is at the moment, and also just being on the road in a tough venue, you've got to find a way to be yourselves. No matter who Cincinnati throws out, you've got to control the game with the ball, not get haphazard, not get rushed with it.
From the Buckeye State, we go to Music City to take on the boys in gold. NSC still spinning their tires so far this season. Sam Surridge coming off of a hat trick just the match before taking on Charlotte, which saw a 1-0 loss for them on the road. Walker Zimmerman was rested in this match, so he'll look to get reincorporated into that back line, recovering from injury.
Yeah, this is a difficult spot for both teams coming into this with the midweek games this week. You're going to see a lot of rotation that is unexpected just because of fatigue for both teams. And it's going to happen all around the league right now. This is a really tough stretch for everybody. So how you handle that and how you handle guys who might be able to give you, for example, 120 minutes in the week okay, how do you break that up? Do you want to go 60-60? Do you want to start both and then come out early? Do you have to maybe come off the bench in one, start the other one, try to go 90 in that? It's going to be fascinating when you get out of Wednesday's games and then start to look ahead to Nashville, which you'll start on the plane back from Cincinnati.
Right.
Like, you'll be looking ahead and figuring out what that lineup could look like. Nashville's a team that's going to give you more of the ball. They're going to give you those opportunities to play your game, but it's down to execution at that point, and you've got to get back to being sharp on the ball.
Stay on your toes here, 17s. We've got the broadcast times for you. Against FC Cincinnati, 7:30 p.m. kick through the MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. Against NSC, it'll be 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time with that time change from Eastern and Central. And it's also available not only on the Season Pass, but on Fox as well. You and Mike have got plenty of team planes to catch, hopping all over for this road stretch coming up.
All of it's on 92.9 The Game. An hour before kickoff, you'll have the Five Stripes Countdown with Abe Gordon and Garrett Chapman. They'll get you started. Mike Conti and I will be on the call in Cincinnati, in Nashville, then in Charleston, then back here. It's going to be chaotic. You can always listen on the Odyssey app as well.
That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Freihoffer. 17. See you in Cincinnati.